Hello and welcome to Grundy Ice Arena in Bristol, Pennsylvania for this matchup of Monday Night Hockey between the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds and the Father Judge Crusaders. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Luke Milai alongside my partner Eric Jessberger, Zach Demuse on the tech tonight. We've got a great matchup with two teams that are on quite the losing streak. Eric, we'll start with the Firebirds. They've lost 4 in a row coming into this one. What do they have to do tonight to get off the schneid?
Well, let me tell you, the Firebirds may have been outscored, but they haven't been outshot amongst the 4-game losing streak. This scoring cold spell, if you rather, after getting off to that hot 3-0 start to the season, they have allowed 15 goals on 135 shots, while only mustering 8 goals, and get this, 145 total shots over this 4-game losing streak. So that tells you that they're finding the puck, they're finding the lanes, getting to the net, just not capitalizing. So if you're Holy Ghost Prep, if you're the Firebirds tonight, 1, you're going to want to stay out of that penalty box, and 2, find those rebounds, capitalize on those shots, and make every shot on net count tonight.
And Eric, they're going up against the Father Judge Crusaders tonight. We've seen a lot more of the Firebirds than the Crusaders. When it comes to Father Judge, what is there to watch out for? What should we look for tonight?
Let me tell you, first of all, they got some pretty sharp powder blue uniforms down there, and they'll be on the right side of the ice tonight as we just get set for the national anthem. Most important for them, they as well need to stay out of the penalty box. They're coming off of a senior day loss. They're going to want to defend their top goalkeeper tonight, exceptional in net, and in that case, you're going to want to protect him. He's the assistant captain as well for this team. Colin McKee, 1-1-1 on the season. It's going to be important to see him continue to play strong. That defense has to play even stronger.
And Eric, while we get starting lineups right before we go to the national anthem, is there any player in particular on either side that you're looking out that'll stand out for both teams?
Main man, the captain at center in the top line for the Firebirds, Evan Mudrick. He a part of this top line. This top line has 8 points in their last 4 games, and Mudrick has been the main man, a part of much of that success. Him in particular, he leads the APAC in stats in 9 games played, 6 goals, 6 assists. He's going to continue to carry that into tonight's matchup.
It's a great point. Evan Mudrick, the leading goal scorer on this team, the leading assist guy on this team. Other guys on his line, Anthony Sparrow, EJ Pohl, Brady Bazier. These are all guys that can go out and get a goal anytime for this Firebirds team. Now, Eric, let's go to the goaltenders really quick. For the Firebirds, we've got Bobby Bazier. What can you tell me about him?
Bobby Bazier, and let me tell you, coming off of an exceptional game in net. I talked to head coach before the game, and as he gets announced, you hear that round of applause. He is the main man, a go-to on this team, and in front in the crease tonight, he as well is going to continue to exceed off of prime stats and play strong.
We'll take a short break for the national anthem. Hello and welcome back to Grundy Ice Arena. We are just moments away from getting underway in the matchup between Father Judge Crusaders and the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. As mentioned previously, both teams coming in on a bit of a losing streak. The Firebirds coming in losing 4 straight, and for the Crusaders losing their last 2, and their last one specifically in overtime. Eric, really quick before we get into it, the Crusaders, they haven't played in a week. How do you think that affects them tonight?
Let me tell you, I got a chance and the opportunity to catch up with head coach Steve Meade of this Father Judge team, and in pregame, he mentioned no limit hockey is the key to getting not so much the rust off, but getting back on the ice for the first time in a week, but also back on a hot streak. That's going to be the importance of this game tonight for the Crusaders.
And we are underway, and the Crusaders win the opening faceoff. They'll move ahead already. A little short shot drifts all the way to the corner, smacking it behind the net. E.J. Pohl there to knock it away, and Jake Merrick going for it for the Firebirds. A lot of action going on around the net, and E.J. Pohl comes around with it, sends it up the side. Brady Bajer tries to get it. It's chipped back in towards the blue line, but it won't get all the way in. Evan Mudrick, the leading goal scorer for the Firebirds, will try and take it along the right side by McDevitt. Lofts one in on McKee, and he pads it aside. Into the corner, a huge hit on Moore. A nice physical start for the Crusaders.
You see the size difference, and you thought Mudrick was tall on the ice. Look at this.
And a big hit right back. And another hit. Look at Sparrow laying the wood down. We've got a physical matchup early, Eric. On the side is flipped up near the bench, and it's going to go right by Mallow. Sparrow chasing after it on the right side, but he won't get all the way to it, and the Crusaders will try and go back the other way. Moving through neutral ice, trying to get on the offensive. Mulholland over there for the Firebirds, and Panapresso will take it. The lefty will get it over to Butler, back to Panapresso. Moving ahead are the Firebirds. Sparrow on the right side. He's an electric goal scorer. Trying to set up for this team. Moving to the high slot. Flips it over to Stout. Cross ice pass. Back up to the high slot. Panapresso sends one on net. Might have not got all the way through. And that one's gloved out of the air by McKee.
You saw Sparrow on the ice. He has 2 goals in his last game for this Holy Ghost prep team. He got in the slot, was able to allow Panapresso to put one on net. Panapresso, a bit of a strong defensive presence, able to get a shot off early. This physical play you saw as well. A lot of size for this Father Judge team, but also a lot of speed on Holy Ghost side. Which team's going to win out? That's going to be a dictator on the opportunities and the shots on net. These goaltenders are going to be busy tonight.
Yes, they are, Eric. And Anthony Sparrow, second on the Firebirds in goals. He's got 5 on the season, a total of 7 points, second on the team. Firebirds win the faceoff, get it to the point over to Butler. He'll swing it around into the corner. It'll go all the way around for Connolly. He'll dump it back behind the net. Marshall looking for an outlet. He's pressured, and he comes away with it. Looking for a pass, sends it back to the point, and it goes over the stick of Panapresso, and he'll have to go all the way back to his own zone. Back into neutral ice come the Firebirds, trying to push it in, and the Crusaders take it away. And Howell will send one on net, and Baser will have to cover up.
The first test on Baser today, a bit of an easy reception right to his chest. Father Judge, couple quick opportunities in that one. That's their first true shot, a quick wrister. Baser making it look easy, no problem for the goaltender.
And that'll be an important factor in this game, Eric. A turnover in your own zone. You never want to hang your goalie out to dry in situations like that. Fortunately for Baser, it wasn't a big one. Connolly back the other way with speed, tries to send one in. It's deflected behind the net. Rebound goes across the paint and all the way to the other side. Marshall fighting for the Firebirds. Connolly will try and keep it in, and now the Firebirds will get some new legs on the ice. 13:30 to go here in the first period. Still a 0-0 hockey game at Grundy Ice Arena. Back the other way come the Crusaders, sending one on net. Baser poke checks it aside. Smack back into the corner. Stevens there backhanding it. And now the Firebirds will move ahead. Long outlet pass for Connolly off his, or Rodriguez, pardon me, off his stick. Back the other way come the Crusaders. Into the middle, back to the right side. A little mishandling of the puck here. And the Firebirds look to control it behind the net. And more pressure from the Crusaders. In the corner now. Trying to get it back to the point. It goes to the corner. Centering one in front, deflected. Other side of the net. And Baser got across to get it. What a save by Bobby Baser.
Flashing the leather, diving to his left. A bit of desperation. Getting all glove on it. The 9, the backdoor feed. Father Judge, exceptional job working behind the net. Pickpocketing more behind his own net. You mentioned Holy Ghost. Can't be giving up the puck this early. And let me tell you, giving up the puck behind your own net, that's going to be trouble. Bezier able to bail out the Firebirds here early.
And he bails him out, and it looks like he doesn't even know how he did it. It took him about 20, 30 seconds to find that puck. He just knew he had to throw his body in front of it. A great job getting to the left side and making that big-time save to keep it tied early.
Even more impressive, he got his whole body crossed, not just his glove, his whole body. That's some athleticism from Bezier.
And the Firebirds win the faceoff, trying to get out in front. It's off the stick of Moore. It'll head all the way down, and that'll be an icing. The Crusaders will get an offensive zone draw. Just 3 minutes and 21 seconds into this opening period, still a 0-0 tie. Eric, has anything stood out for you for either team so far?
Father Judge aggression. You mentioned the size of Father Judge right now, and right now you expect Holy Ghost to have a bit of a faster, aggressive play. Crusaders are matching that, and that's why they are taking many faceoffs and have been living in this Holy Ghost prep zone for the last minute.
Now on the right side, drifting into the corner, stolen away by E.J. Pohl. Sends it up the side, it'll go to the point, and it'll go off a glove. Brady Bezier nearly had it. Now Evan Mudrick will take it ahead. Fires from the slot, it's blocked away. Nice defensive play, and the Crusaders will move back the other way. It's Colin Walsh moving it ahead to Lombardo. He'll drift into the corner. Pohl dislodges him from the puck. And now the net comes off the moorings. Eric, the last time I was here, we saw this a number of times, so we may get some stoppages over and over again today.
Scrums in front of the crease. You expect the moorings, not just the goaltenders, but the net to be tested as well. And let me tell you, Holy Ghost almost capitalized. You mentioned Bezier, almost able to get on a quick, fast break, a breakaway opportunity. Sigh of relief from Gavin Umlin. Fanned on the puck, and the Firebirds just unable to get on that quick opportunity on a one-on-one chance with the goaltender.
And now McDevitt has it across the blue line, trying to knife through 3 Firebirds, and he's pays for it. He's sent up against the boards. Now Jake Merrick will try and slow things down, gets it to Pohl, swings it all the way around the boards. Stevens on the right side will try and move it ahead for the Firebirds. He's got Pohl on his left. Tries to pull one from the slot, and he lost it. Gets up to Merrick at the point. Merrick will softly send it behind the net to Stevens. Deflected away from him, and now back to Stevens. Stevens spinning, still working behind the net. His pass is knocked away, and he gets hit. Panapresso now in the corner. Working through a couple of defenders. He loses it, and it'll drift up the side of the boards, and the Crusaders will get that one out of harm's way.
Captain Sean Ford stepping into a couple Firebirds there, showing some aggression as the captain for this Crusaders team.
Rodriguez back the other way. A stick is lost on the ice, and it ended up blocking Rodriguez from doing anything with the puck. The Crusaders still can't get it out. Rodriguez has been fighting hard. He's against 2 Crusaders now.
Rodriguez, chippy player, battling not in front of the net, but also stepping into players along the boards. Rodriguez is a menace.
Panapresso on net, and it's gloved out of the air by McKee. McKee hasn't had to do too much today, but in the 3 games he's played, he's 1-1-1 in 144 minutes played. Gives up about a little over 3 goals a game, Eric.
Assistant captain as well, leading this Crusaders team. And now face off to his right, looking to also stand tall, as he has. Takes 4 shots so far today.
That one drifts all the way past Panapresso, and it'll go back into near the Firebird zone, and that puck is taken away, trying to get onside, some miscommunication, and that one will come back out to neutral ice on the offsides.
Little aggression, a little miscommunication. Firebirds almost getting caught on an odd man rush. Just able to get lucky.
Stout
face-off.
Wins the faceoff against Fontaine. Firebirds will swing it around to Sparrow on the right side. And looking for an outlet to Stout. It goes off his skate into the corner. He'll be the first one there. Stout trying to turn with it. Heavy pressure from the Crusaders, like you mentioned, Eric. Now a cross ice pass to Butler, goes right over his stick and into the opposite corner. Sends it down below the net. Working back up with it to Butler. His pass is deflected through. Sparrow's got it now behind the net. Anthony Sparrow looking for an outlet. Wheels up, sends one across to Butler. It banks off the boards. Butler spins with it. He'll fling it all the way to the other side and out of the reach of Panapresso. We've seen him chasing back to get a lot of pucks already tonight. Moves it quickly ahead to Sparrow. He'll just send it in and get some fresh legs on the ice for the Firebirds.
Firebirds working strong, going blue line to blue line, pushing the envelope. The Crusaders a little bit more patient with it. Right there, a little sloppy passing, and it's right back over in favor of Holy Ghost Prep.
Marshall moving up the left side now. His pass is knocked away. 9:30 to go here in the first period. Still a 0-0 tie between the Firebirds and the Crusaders. Connolly sends it all the way around to Marshall. The lefty trying to move up. He gets it ahead to Moore. Moore down the right side. Sends one in net, and it's off the glove of McKee and out of play. He couldn't quite squeeze it, but he did just enough to make the save, Eric.
Just enough, almost like fingertips on that puck. That was looking top right shelf cheddar if he wasn't able to get a glove on it, keeping this game tied at nothing apiece. And you're seeing Holy Ghost Prep more clean passing, more opportunities. Backdoor as well has been wide open. We can expect to see more of that for the Firebirds. Butler had 2 key opportunities. Passing will get there as this game proceeds.
Firebirds win the faceoff, sent over to Jimmy Littley. Sends one in from the point, deflected, didn't get all the way there. Colin Moore has it. He'll take it behind the net. Gives it off. Another pass in front. Oh, and some tic-tac-toe passing. Didn't quite work out for the Firebirds. Nearly had an open goal. Littley will send it all the way back in behind the net, and the Crusaders will reset. Up along the board. Stolen away by Marshall. He can't quite get there. And it's Sean Ford trying to get it. And now it looks like we've got a penalty.
Sean Ford tripped up in front of his own crease. Goalie to the bench. Extra man just stepping on the ice before the Firebirds will get a stick on it. And Sean Ford getting tripped up. He was actually main menace in front, able to save a goal in that back door. He didn't see the puck, but his own skate will get in the way of it. Through traffic, knocks it down, draws a penalty, and the man advantage now, 5-4 hockey. And it's going to be the Crusaders on a power play.
And it'll be Sean Marshall heading to the box for 2 minutes for the Firebirds. So as you mentioned, the Crusaders will have a short power play. Sending it all the way down the ice. Evan Mudrick's there. McKee falls as well in his own crease. And now the Crusaders will look to set up, and Mudrick lays a man out, making him pay for it. 1:44 to go on this power play. The Crusaders so far this season only 13% in scoring on the power plays, 2 for 15. Brady Bezier, it looked like he was about to get hit, and the guy went to the ground. And E.J. Pohl will send one all the way down over the goal, and McKee sticks it aside. Good penalty kill so far for the Firebirds. Up the left side now are the Crusaders trying to get anything going. It's McDevitt sending it all the way across to Sean Ford. The captain fires one on net. It went just wide. McDevitt again sends it to the corner. Anthony Casper's over there, and now Brady Bezier takes the puck away. He'll try and get down the right side. We know how much speed he has. Great stick handling by Bezier. Whiffs on a pass into the middle, but he does get the puck all the way to the other end. Now Evan Mudrick is pressuring. 50 seconds to go on this power play. 7:26 to go in the first period.
Short-handed forecheck. What aggression we're seeing from the Firebirds right now. You mentioned Bezier, some crafty stick handling, eating up plenty of clock time, and the puck now just entering Holy Ghost Prep zone. 30 seconds left to work with for this power play.
And Panapresso sends it right back out. Just as Moser sent it in, Panapresso sends it out. 25 seconds to go here on the power play. I don't think the Crusaders have really gotten anything going, Eric.
Not a shot yet on net for this power play. They got one last drive with 15 seconds.
Moser up the right side, lost it, and Moore will take it back the other way. Sean Moore drops it off, and the shot is deflected in front. Butler takes it. His shot is just wide. It might have deflected off McKee.
Looked like the shaft of his stick. Might not have seen it as he had his own defenseman Black in front of him. But man, out of the box, full strength. 5-5 hockey.
Back to even strength here with 6:30 to go in the first period. The Crusaders, really a wasted opportunity with that power play. Didn't get anything going.
And power plays can work in your favor or work against you, especially in the early parts of this game. So momentum for sure on this Holy Ghost Prep team. They've been only 73% on the penalty kill, and another one added up in their favor. That's a great job here on the early stages, just in this first period, with 6 minutes to work with.
And the puck is deflected away from Fontaine. It'll go all the way down. Howell's back there to chase for the Crusaders. It goes by Stevens. Black gets it. His pass goes in front. The shot, and they score! It was Robert Catallo putting it in the back of the net. And the Crusaders get out to a quick 1-0 lead.
And Black will get the assist for it, but let me tell you, he was trying to put that shot on Bezier, fanning on the shot, touched up in front. You see Captain Sean Ford going to give his tendy a high five after that. Exceptional goaltending back and forth. The offense finally finding the chink in the armor. 1-0 Father Judge up early.
And as we've seen, Bobby Bezier has been fantastic this season, so anytime you can get a fast goal on him, that's going to put your team in a great situation, and that's exactly what the Crusaders were looking for.
And we mentioned hockey, game of momentum. You get a big penalty kill if you're the Firebirds. Now you give up a goal. Momentum shifting back over to the boys in blue. 5:30 to work with. And now, Holy Ghost, they do have the line you want on ice right now to try and answer back.
Sparrow tried to backhand it in. It's knocked away. Ford there to get it. It's sent back out to the point. Jimmy literally looking for an avenue, sends it to the corner. Looking for a pass. It's sitting in front, gets back to Littley. He'll send it to the corner, and it goes right by the stick, and Sparrow's there to save it. Back to the corner. Over to Sparrow. The Firebirds trying to impose their will. Centering one, and it goes a little bit wide. Littley will keep it in. Back fighting for it is Mulholland and Stout. And now the Crusaders will get it out. And Littley will have it at neutral ice. Misses Sparrow with the pass, and the Crusaders will come back up the left side. It's McDevitt meeting a pack of players, and he loses the puck. McDevitt goes down, and now the Firebirds might have numbers if they can get this switch off. Stout will just send it in to get fresh legs. 4:38 to go here in the first period. It's a 1-0 lead for the Crusaders. Connolly will take it up the left side. Looking for a pass, working into the corner, sends it behind the net. It's Marshall back up to Merrick from the point. Deflected in front. Rebound, they score! A big-time response for the Firebirds. And it looked like it was Michael Connolly on the doorstep, tapping it home.
Michael Connolly with the finish, and he's going to thank his brother John Connolly for that. Getting the redirection right in front of the net. Goes through the wickets of McKee and net, but that puck will stay right on the doorstep, right in the crease. John Connolly there to knock it home. And gentlemen, we got 1-1 tied hockey game. 4:20 left here in the first period.
Michael Connolly puts in his third goal of the season, and none easier than that one. He was in the right place at the right time. Now with 4:15 to go in the first period, we've got a tie hockey game. A lot of action so far in this first period. Who will strike next? Each team scoring within about a minute and a half of each other. It was very close. The Firebirds trying to apply some pressure now. Connolly right back into the game to the corner. Gets to Merrick. His shot is deflected again. This time is wide. Marshall going to get it for the Firebirds. He's pressured hard, and it's knocked away by Amlung. Back to the point. The shot. Glove saved by McKee. Merrick keeps that one, and he'll send it on net. And McKee gloves it out of the air. It would have gone wide.
Looked like a line of a brick wall at the blue line. Both defensemen for the Firebirds. That being in number 20, Eric Pohl, and number 4, Jake Merrick, keeping the puck in, able to get not one but two additional offensive opportunities. Just unable to capitalize, but you can see the momentum starting to shift back over to Holy Ghost Prep. The aggression, that forecheck, doing its job.
Some more pressure from the Firebirds. Evan Mudrick trying to move in. He lost it, and Moser will send it ahead. Back the other way comes Fontaine up the right side. He's got two defenders around him. He'll send it behind the net for Walsh. Now Fontaine back there to get it. He's pressured very tightly. Mudrick was one of the guys in the area. Sending it all the way back in is Captain Sean Ford. And the Firebirds will look to reset. Moore backhands that one ahead for Mudrick. That pass is nearly picked off, and Brady Bezier comes out with it. Bezier looking for a pass. Tries to send one in front. It was knocked away. Couldn't get all the way through. A big collision in neutral ice.
Captain on captain, Evan Mudrick and Sean Ford meeting for the second time in this game. Both players met each other early on in the first period, stared each other down. Right there, matchup number 2 goes in favor of Holy Ghost Prep's captain. We can expect these boys to keep it buzzing on open ice hits tonight.
Sean Moore now into the corner. Looking to pass one ahead. He lost the puck. It finds its way a little bit past Butler, and he'll have to take it into the neutral zone. Brady Bezier, it's knocked away from him. More fans on a backhand, and the Crusaders will finally send it in, and each team will get some fresh legs on the ice. That one sent all the way around to Stevens. He'll try and backhand that one ahead, and now here comes McEnany. Up the middle, gives it off to Butler, and we've got an offsides. as Butler was a little too patient moving that one in. 2:11 to go here in the first period.
Face-off back out to center ice. Not one shot's been put on net in this past minute or so. It still stands 8-5 in favor of the Firebirds. The defense starting to step up a bit more. Black in favor of the Crusaders on the defensive effort. He's kept out not one but two chances so far for the Firebirds right on the doorstep. We can continue to see the Crusaders stand tall in front of their net and try and clean up the play that's going in favor of this fast-moving Firebirds offense.
Here comes Rodriguez, fast-moving indeed. Sends one in front. The shot is hit just wide. It was Soul, it looked to be on the doorstep. Now back the other way, it's Butler. Pardon me, that was McEnany in front of the net, and he'll now send one in behind the net. All the way around, Stevens is the one there to get it. Backhands one in front to Rodriguez, in front to McEnany. His shot, rebound, and they score! It was Carlos Rodriguez off the rebound, and the Firebirds respond with their second straight goal, and they now lead 2-1 with 1:31 to go in the first period.
3 straight shots on net. McKee got 2, and the defenseman with a knee down in net. Sean Ford, the captain, unable to keep the puck out of the net on that third opportunity. Rodriguez right there. We mentioned rebounds being the big part of this game, and it's Holy Ghost Prep capitalizing on both of those rebound chances right in front of the open net. And that's why they're now up 2-1 on the most important stat in this game, the score, here with 1:20 left to work with in our first period.
Sparrow trying to go up the right side. That was Rodriguez's third goal of the season. Sparrow, he knows about goals. Working in front. His pass is knocked down and covered by McKee. Trying to get in a little more action before the end of this period, Eric.
And look, we've seen the speed of Holy Ghost Prep get them right in front of McKee. McKee now sprawling out onto the ice in the 2 straight times. What's the importance of now Father Judge's defense? Needs to keep him right out in front of McKee.
On the face-off, it'll be Sparrow and Moser. Moser looks to control it. It's knocked away in the circle. Sparrow sends one in front. There was nobody there for the Firebirds, and the Crusaders can't quite get it out. From the top, the shot is taken into the chest by McKee. That was Jimmy Littley from the far point. Now the face-off to the right of McKee. 57 seconds to go here in the opening period. 11 shots for the Firebirds, only 5 for the Crusaders. Firebirds win the face-off. It's Sparrow sending it over for Moore. Moore waits. His shot is blocked. It was Ford getting in front of it. Now a collision into the corner. That'll go all the way around to Littley again. He'll send it back to Stout behind the net. The puck goes through him, and he's trying to fight for it. It drifts to the corner. The Crusaders finally do get it out, have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Not quite there. Trying to move in, nice stick handle. The shot goes just wide of Bezier. Backhand in front and hit the post. The Crusaders inches away from tying this game. Mulholland trying to dump it in. 20 seconds to go in the period. And that's going to be not offsides. The Firebirds do not touch it. Instead, they will get some new legs on the ice. 10 seconds to go in the period. Walsh fans on a pass all the way across. The pressure's coming. He gets it through the 2 defenders and up to Moser. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that will wrap up the end of this first period. It was an action-packed period, and it ends with the Firebirds leading 2-1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back at Grundy Ice Arena for this matchup of high school hockey. Hello and welcome back to Grundy Ice Arena for this broadcast of hockey on the TUICE Network. I'm Luke Milai alongside my partner Eric Jessberger, Zach Demuse on the tech. Quick shout out for Dylan Coyle, our media director, who could not be here tonight. We all miss him and wish him very well. We've got a 2-1 matchup here. The Firebirds lead the Crusaders as we begin the second period. And the Firebirds win the faceoff to start the second. Moving along the right side, it's Connolly sending one in behind the net. Him and Marshall both back there to get it, but the Crusaders look to come away with it. It was Devine, but he loses it. It'll go back behind the net and send all the way around to Merrick. Merrick sends it back to the corner, past Connolly, over to Michael Connolly. He had the first goal today. Pohl sends one all the way around, and Ford's over on the boards to try and push it ahead, and he mishandles it. Marshall now with it. Finds a man in Connolly all the way across to E.J. Pohl. Pohl sends one on net and it's blockered aside. Nice play by McKee to knock that one away. Back into the zone. Ford tries to push it out to center ice. And it'll be backhanded over to Pohl and swung all the way over to Merrick. The Firebirds have had a lot of pressure here in the beginning of this second period. Sending one all the way around. Sean Moore hustling to get it in the corner. A lot of bodies in that corner fighting for that puck along the boards, and it comes out to Panapresso. He'll bank it along, trying to keep things in. Now Mudrick pushes it ahead, and a lot of bodies hitting the ice. Mudrick fights for it, gets it to Bazier. Bazier's shot is off the back of the boards. Panapresso now with it.
You see a couple guys going for more than hits than the puck right now. A bit of a trip behind the net. Won't be called. Firebirds looking to capitalize on it.
Sending one on net. That's deflected aside. Looked like McKee got a piece of it. Now that one will be sent all the way down to the other end, and icing will be called off. It didn't quite make it there. 14 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the period. It is 2-1 Firebirds. Back the other way comes Brady Bazier. Tries to send one on net. That's blocked away by Ford. It'll be pushed ahead, and the Firebirds moving in with it. Mudrick trying to get the puck on his stick, can't quite get it. It goes through the legs of Bazier, and it'll be sent all the way down. This time, it will be an icing. Eric, we've seen a lot of pressure here to start this second period from the Firebirds.
All right, Luke, and it looks like both head coaches said, boys, we got a bit of a battle here, and it's going to start along the boards. We saw the physicality step up in the first period, but right now it's on full effect. Bodies colliding. Not even quite going for the puck at every point. They're trying to work the body check. That's going to be a point of setting up these chances and see which team comes out with the puck in the neutral zone.
Walsh on the far side. It goes all the way across to Lombardo, and that pass did not go where it was intended to, and it'll be an offsides against the Crusaders.
The Crusaders a bit sloppy connecting right now. They're not finding each other and coughing the puck up. They had 3 straight give-ups in the neutral zone and their own end of the ice. On that first possession before that first whistle in the second period, they're going to need to clean that up. They're going to want to stop these rushes.
Rodriguez
like right
back the other way, a 2-on-1. The shot is deflected up and wide. A nice play by Black to get his stick on it to knock that one away. Nearly a 2-goal game.
And Rodriguez, he's skating well, and you see him. He had a smile on his face, slammed his stick on the ice. He's feeling good. Just unable to find Twine there. Keeps skating and getting their shots on net. They'll find him.
The Crusaders got hit very hard, gave up a 1-0 lead, and it turned into a 2-1 deficit in a matter of about 3 minutes, and we're still seeing them try to recover here a couple of minutes into the second period. We've got a whistle, and it looks like the faceoff will go back into the offensive zone for the Firebirds. We'll throw it right back down.
Called a bit of Soul, goalkeeper on the Holy Ghost bench right now. Just called a little bit of that, and we'll run it back here on the faceoff.
McEnany wins it again. Stevens tries to spin one in, and now Rodriguez has it on the right side. And he's knocked down. It was Colin Walsh taking it away, and now Lombardo will go up the right side. And he's hit to the ice. Moore will now send it along the boards. Seltzer sends it ahead to Moore. Up the left side. Moore drops it off for Rodriguez, a little bit out of his reach, and it's knocked away by the Crusaders. Back the other way is Matt Moser sending it up ahead to Walsh. He loses it, And now the Firebirds will try and slow things down. It's Stout up the right side. The lefty into the slot. Trying to maneuver through defenders. He lost it. Poke to Mulholland. He tries to move to the right side, and that one goes to the corner where Black is fighting with him. Mulholland behind the net. Looking for an outlet. Finds Stout on the side. Back to Mulholland. Looking for a pass in front. He'll take it to the other side. Tries to send one in front. Knocked away. And Stout rebounds and scores! It trickled out front, and Landon Stout deposits his third goal of the season and the Firebirds' third goal of the game. It's a 3-1 Holy Ghost Firebirds lead.
And the Firebirds starting this right behind Father Judge's net, deep on their own end of the ice. And the Crusaders just could not battle the puck off of Mulholland's stick. Crafty stick work, puck control from Mulholland sets up the Firebirds for an opportunity right on the doorstep. And they're able to punch the ticket home. 3-1, the Firebirds stepping up in the second period. 12 minutes left here in period number 2.
Sparrow moving ahead, finds Pole. His shot is deflected. It trickles across the middle, but it'll go all the way to the corner. Stout still on the ice working after his goal. And now it's behind to Sparrow. Sends one in front. McKee didn't quite know where it was, and now Ford will take it along the other side. Trying to get it out, and Jake Merrick will bank that thing back in. Pass in front for Stout, pokes it ahead. Sparrow, and it went by Stout. McKee's out of the net, and the shot goes wide. Sparrow, that's knocked away from him by Ford, and the Crusaders will come the other way. A long pass ahead, and it's out of reach. The Firebirds moving back the other way. They've got some momentum now. 11:25 to go in the period. Sparrow from the slot. It's deflected high. Marshall and now McKee will just have to cover, trying to do anything to slow down this game for the Crusaders.
Sparrow with that wrister went up over the net into the glass, but that was Michael Connolly looking to tackle number 2 on the day. Getting a stick on it, just went high over the crossbar. McKee, sigh of relief in net, and he'll catch a must-needed break after being tested on multiple shots. The Firebirds offense is cruising.
Back to Panapresso along the boards. He'll send it all the way around to the other side. And the Firebirds will look to control in the corner. Ford trying to poke it for the Crusaders. And it's sent back to Connolly behind the net. Passing it back to his brother. Panapresso at the point. His shot gets through traffic. Saved by McKee. The rebound trickles out. And the Crusaders will just send that all the way down. And it doesn't make it all the way for an icing. So the Firebirds will have to try and control in their own zone. Connolly can't get it out. Chipping it back in. Here come the Crusaders. Butler trying to work for it for Holy Ghost. Backhands it over to Panapresso, and the Firebirds will reset. Panapresso moving through the middle. Shifts along to the left side. No one stepping in front of him. He will send one in front, and it goes through everybody. Marshall was the only one on the Firebirds with a chance. Panapresso in the corner. Finds Marshall. Back to Panapresso. Looking for a pass in front. It goes out of reach, and the Crusaders will come the other way, but Connolly will knock it away. Back into neutral ice. 10:05 to go here in the second period. Connolly sends it back for Marshall. Puts it through a man's legs. Connolly sends one in front for his brother. Bezier has a shot, and that hit the crossbar. Brady Bezier tried to add a goal to this lead. To Bezier, his shot is deflected, didn't make it all the way in. Another shot for Bezier, and McKee sucks it in.
My goodness, the Firebirds, some crafty, nifty moves. I believe if they got on the broadcast, they said, yeah, that's how we drew it up. They found their way all the way in front, set up Bezier, the one man you don't want with the puck on his stick. He finds all of the crossbar. McKee's best friend right now is that red pipe, keeping that puck out of the net. Keeps this game 3-1, but Firebirds are moving on all cylinders. The Crusaders are just falling behind, and their defense is letting it down right now.
Bezier with 4 goals on the season for the Firebirds, 4th on the team in points, as Walsh whiffs on that one. Bezier, you'd expect him to get a lot more noteworthy shots like that one, giving his team great opportunities.
And he has been quite tested. The Crusaders have had a couple shots towards the end of the first period, but nothing really working regarding key opportunities in the start of the second period. Under 10 minutes of play, and it's been right here on the left side of the ice pretty much the entire time. Momentum for the boys in white and red right now.
Goes out of the reach of Walsh, and literally will send it all the way around. Mudrick trying to go get it against Black. Mudrick trying to work with it, and he lost it. That'll be backhanded back in, and the Firebirds will control. Moore sends it over to Littley, and it's deflected in by Sean Moore. Littley knocks it up. Sean Moore trying to control it. Moving along the right side now. He'll wind and fire, and McKee gloves that one out of the air.
And Luke, we've seen, I believe I counted 8 to 9 times the Crusaders have coughed the puck up in the neutral zone. They can't find their way across their own blue line with man advantage coming up. They can't find those fast breakers. They're just trying to get the puck out of their own zone to catch a breath, try and get fresh legs on the ice. Right now, you're seeing some frustration from the Crusaders, some stick slamming on the bench. Holy Ghost needs to capitalize to try and put Crusaders the opportunity to put them away early.
Rodriguez, a cross-ice pass off the stick of Stevens. It'll come all the way back to Rodriguez. He'll bank it back to Stevens, goes past him along the boards, and the Crusaders will knife it out again. It'll go all the way down, and it will not be an icing. Again, it does not make it there. Spinning with it is Pohl, trying to keep possession. He loses his stick, and now the Crusaders nearly take it away, and now back the other way comes McEnany. All the way across for Stevens, trying to stay on sides. They do. He sends one across. It goes wide to the left. Pohl's shot is off the blocker of McKee. The Crusaders desperately trying to get anything going. Here's Moser working to the right side. Tries to send one, and he scores! A tough angle shot, but Matt Moser finds the back of the net for his team-leading 7th goal of the season. It's a 3-2 hockey game.
What a wrist shot, beating the low blocker side of Beijer net. The real only true test in this second period he faces. And it's not only going to find the soft spot of his coverage, but also he had a defenseman, his own man, in front of him on that shot. Some traffic and a screen will work in favor of the Crusaders. And right on cue, they needed an answer. And just like that, they're right back in this hockey game. After what has been a dominating second period for the Firebirds, 3-2, we're within 1.
It's a great point, Eric. And Beijer, as you mentioned, hadn't seen a lot of action here in this period. It's been a while with 7:27 to go in the period. It's been a long layoff for him since he saw his last shot, and Moser knew he just had to get one on net, and that's just what he did.
The second shot he's faced this period, and let me tell you, the Crusaders making it count. We mentioned heading into the broadcast the fact that in every single game over the course of this 0-4 last games for Holy Ghost on this losing streak, they've outscored their opponents in every game. They, however, are unable to be on the stat that counts, and that's the final score. Right there, the Crusaders, one shot on net, finds its way into the back of the net. We're within 1. And that shot differential, 16-7.
Back the other way come the Crusaders. Another shot high. Beijer saves it, and the rebound is saved. A huge chance for the Crusaders looking to tie it, and Beijer makes a couple of impressive saves. Now he's being tested a little bit more, Eric. Now he's getting into this game. He's getting into the groove, and you'd expect him to be solid like he was there.
And you see Beijer reaching out, talking to his defenseman even coming up, tapping his pads with their stick, saying, hey, we got to step up in front of you. You see Father Judge finding some chinks in the armor now. We can continue to see the Crusaders only down by 1. They might be way outshot right now, almost doubled in shots, but they're within 1, and now they're cruising a little bit better. They're going to creep all sides here, but 16-9 and a 1-goal game, one shot can make the difference, of course.
And Eric, not only is the shot difference lopsided, but it's really felt like the Firebirds have controlled this game. They've had possession a lot with the puck. They've really dominated the forecheck, but they do only lead by 1 halfway through this second period of play.
Well, now we've seen what Father Judge can do when they do have a man advantage going on a fast break the other way, when they can transition and attack with numbers. That's, of course, their strongest part of the game, and they, even more so than Holy Ghost Prep so far this afternoon, can capitalize even more so and find that puck into the back of the net.
Up to the high slot. It's Moore, a shot. Glove down by McKee. Nearly lost it, but he's able to cover up. McKee, that glove hand has been very busy, Eric.
And starting to see the puck a little bit better now. He's had a lot of traffic in front of him, not only the white and red, but also his own Columbia blue jerseys in front of him through traffic. He saw that puck very well, got his head around the defenseman in front of him, making the glove save, and now will face off to his left. We can expect him to continue to be tested.
Mudrick wins the faceoff, gets it to Bezier. Bezier tries to backhand one in front. That's knocked away. The Crusaders moving along the right side. Moser sends one in, and the Firebirds will move back the other way. Black knocks it away, and Sean Moore will send it over to Brady Bezier. Bezier spins with it. Drifts one to the corner. It's Moore. Back behind the net, and it drifts under the glove of McKee. We'll have another offensive zone face-off for the Firebirds. 6:03 to go here in the first period. The Firebirds lead the Crusaders 3-2. They lead them in shots as well, 18-10. And Black controls for the Crusaders, sending it out of the reach of Matt Moser. Lombardo knocks it ahead. Moser chasing after it. And now Evan Mudrick will drift in along the left side. Backhands one in front to Moore. He couldn't quite handle it, and now Walsh will take it back the other way. Off the stick of Moser, another missed opportunity for the Crusaders. Literally hit hard, and now Moser will control. He'll send one in front, deflected away. A big defensive play. It looked like Sean Moore got his stick in there to knock that pass out. Black will send one. It'll go along the right side. Lombardo's there to get it. He's got a man in front, and the pass is just deflected. It was Colin Moore's skate that got a piece of it. Brady Bezier back along the right side. Working through a couple of defenders, but Black doesn't let him get any room.
Bezier's crafty stick handling. Black will stand right in front of him. Challenge the young senior, and will knock that puck away.
Mudrick's shot is saved into the bread basket of McKee. And when you have that matchup between Bezier and Black, look at the height difference too.
Well, let me tell you, that just goes to show how quick and the speed of Bezier working around the defenseman. Black has been able to stand tall. Bezier kind of beat him early. He was able to get a couple shots on net, but Black has cleaned it up. Able to get his stick right in front of Bezier, who's been exceptional, as we mentioned multiple times, for this Firebirds team. Stopping him can mean your offense can get going back the other way.
Howell trying to get it in for the Crusaders, and it'll be Connolly sending it over to Pohl. Pohl tries to knock Fontaine off the puck, and they're still fighting for it along the boards in front of the Crusader bench. It now bounces ahead to Marshall on the left side. Marshall pushed off the puck, sends it in front, and Pohl couldn't quite handle it, nearly had a shot. Marshall sends it back up to the point. It's Jake Merrick. His wrister deflects way wide. Off the glass and back out to center ice. Pohl will control with 4:15 to go here in the second period. Marshall backhands it to Connolly. He's got one goal already today. Connolly back out to the point for Pohl. Fakes a shot, drifts in, fires through traffic. Didn't quite get there. Merrick will bank that one into the corner. Jake Merrick spinning with it. Trying to work his way against some tough pressure, and it's banked along the boards, and the Crusaders will send it back ahead. Pohl back to Merrick. The Firebirds always looking to get on the offensive. Connolly trying to knock it free. McEnany now has it. He'll slide it along to the corner. And that one's nearly knocked down, where Mallon will try and get it out. Rodriguez takes it away. Rodriguez backhands it in front, and it's a goal! A great pass by Rodriguez, and Cole Stevens is there to tap it home for his first goal of the season.
Beautiful feed from Rodriguez, intercepting that pass from the corner. We mentioned multiple times, Father Judge, the passing being a bit poor, especially on their own end of the ice. Right there, an exclamation mark marked by Rodriguez, capped off by Stevens. And just like that, capitalizing on the poor passing from Father Judge, the Firebirds step back up. A big answer.
And a shot in front. Bezier's able to make the save. Rebound drifting around. It's a loose puck in front. And the Firebirds will try and get it along the boards, and it will go all the way down. Rodriguez hustling after it for the Firebirds. He's already got a goal. We just saw the assist. He wins the race to the puck. Rodriguez has been very active today. Tries to bank one back to Butler. It doesn't get to him. 3 minutes to go here in the second period. The Firebirds have doubled their lead. It's 4-2. Butler goes all the way back with it, and he's going to lose it. McDevitt in the corner with it. Sends one in front. That shot is deflected away. Panapresso backhands it into the corner, and now he'll take it ahead. Panapresso on the left side. The shot is saved by McKee. Along the boards now, Panapresso works to the middle, backhands one in front, went off the stick of Stevens, looking for his second goal in as many minutes.
Right on the doorstep, Stevens going to be thinking about that one tonight. Father Judge defense letting Stevens get right in front. A opportunity, you see him shaking his head. He wanted to tally up number 2 on the day. He'll head to the bench though, putting his team up by 2 most importantly. And with 2:23 left to work with in period number 2, down by 2, Luke, what does Father Judge need to clean up? Not just on their passing, but as well, they need to clean up these faceoffs that have been in favor of the Firebirds as well.
And with winning those faceoffs comes possession, and I think that's where Father Judge has really lacked in this game. We've seen the Firebirds really control possession, and off the faceoff, it's a shot in on net by Sparrow into the corner, back over to Mulholland. He gets it up to the point, moving to the slot. More shot deflected, and it goes just wide. Mulholland now behind the net, trying to control it up to Littley. He'll send one in front, and McKee again forced to cover. The Firebirds have really controlled this game, Eric. A lot of shots. McKee's had to cover up a lot of pucks.
And once again, you see Sparrow was right there. If McKee bobbled that ball knuckled up off his pad, Sparrow coming across left to right was right there to try and pick up and knock home another puck on the rebound opportunity. The defense of Father Judge has to help out McKee right in front of his own crease.
And there's another turnover for the Crusaders. Stout back the other way. Sends one in front. It went all the way across. No one was there to hit it home. Sparrow tries to send it all the way out, and Moser takes it away. Moser banks it along the boards, trying to go get it himself. Would have been a nice move, but a nice job by Stout to stay in front of him. And now Stout has the puck on the left side. 1:39 to go in this second period. Mulholland will bring it ahead. Mulholland puts it through his own legs, takes it all the way behind the net. Sends one in front. The shot is saved. Marshall had a look at it from the slot, but McKee was there to knock it away. And now the Firebirds, a pass in front, and Bezier scores! Brady Bezier. It was only a matter of time before he got on the board. It's his 5th goal of the season. It's a 5-2 Firebirds lead.
Can't get much easier than that. Sparrow with his 2nd point in the last 3 games. And right there finding Bezier wide open. Bezier could have put up a lawn chair and got ready for that pass to come across. He was wide open backdoor. A 3-on-1 mini rush right in front of the net. Bezier knocking it home. And now frustration coming out from this Crusaders team. It's only the second period with a minute left. But you could hear it on the left side of the ice. It's all Holy Ghost right now.
This game has really swung to be one-sided here in this second period, and with a minute to go, Brady Bezier comes back the other way. On the right side, sends one in front to Marshall, his backhand to Paul, and he scores! Tic-tac-toe passing from the Firebirds, and E.J. Pohl puts that one in the back of the net. It's now a 6-2 game. That's Pohl's 4th goal of the season.
E.J. Pohl racking up number 4, his 6th point on the season. And right there, Bezier tallying on another point on the day. The backhand dish across the crease. Top shelf Cheddar. 5-2, under a minute left. And a whole nother period of hockey to work with. Father Judge now down by 3.
Marshall looking for more for the Firebirds with 42 seconds to go in the period. It's a 4-goal lead. Marshall fighting for it. And it goes back up to Merrick at the point. 34 seconds to go. Finds Bezier, trying to work through traffic. He's tripped up, and Casper will bring it along the far side. Casper moving in off the stick of McDevitt, and Jake Merrick will control. Sends it over to E.J. Pohl. He'll send a long pass ahead to Marshall off his stick, and Ford will go back to get it for the Crusaders. 14 seconds to go here in the second period. Pohl working with it, tries a pass in front. That's knocked away. It'll be flipped all the way out. 5 seconds to go as Merrick now has it in his own zone. He will spin and the clock will run out here on the second period. What a period for the Firebirds. They score 4 goals in this second period. They've doubled the shots of the Crusaders, and they now lead 6-2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this brief intermission for the third and final period between the Firebirds and the Crusaders. Do not go anywhere. Hello and welcome back to Grundy Ice Arena for the third and final period of this matchup between the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds and the Father Judge Crusaders. It's a 6-2 lead for the Firebirds. Eric, what are you looking at for Father Judge, trailing by 4 right now?
And right now it starts right up in here. It starts on their own end of the ice. They're going to need to work blue line to blue line much more cleanly. This passing, if that cleans up, they're going to be able to capitalize. When they have numbers going the other way, that's when they're able to get shots on net, find the back of net, as they did so only one time in the second period. If they're able to find that connecting between their own players instead of coughing it up to the boys in white and red, you expect some cleaner hockey for Father Judge, down by 4.
And another icing. We've seen a lot of icing from the Crusaders. They just have not been able to handle the puck today. And something that's impressed me from the Firebirds is they've scored with 6 different players. Stout, Pohl, Rodriguez, Bezier, Stevens, and Michael Connolly all on the board. Pohl sends one in. That one goes wide. Back the other way, and a huge hit from Brady Bezier. McDevitt 8 up the boards.
And you might expect to see a bit of a retaliation and answer for that Crusader on the ice. Bezier stepping into a man and letting him know early in this third period, Holy Ghost is not letting up the pressure.
And that was a smaller guy with a big-time hit right there. Pohl to Merrick. Cross ice to Moore. 3-on-2 for the Firebirds if they hurry. Moore sends one on goal, and it's eaten up by McKee. McKee's going to have to be solid with 14:57 to go here in the final period. He's faced 25 shots. He's given up 6 goals. 19 saves for McKee. It really just hasn't been enough. But you can't really blame him for all of them, Eric.
And it's been the precise shooting. And really, as you mentioned, the run through on the men who were able to find the back of the net for this Firebirds team. It hasn't been who you expected in the top line. And really, Bezier, Mudrick, and Moore getting the job done. They've had help from on all cylinders, all 4 lines getting involved. And that starts with the passing outlet feeds that really get this offense going.
Black sends one ahead. Stout is able to take it away, and he loses the puck. Black will now maneuver it up the left side. Franklin Black trying to get any space he can. His stick is caught up against a man and the boards. Lombardo comes out with it. Lombardo pressured by Stout and Butler. Butler knocks it ahead to Sparrow, and he loses it. Goes in for the shot, is over the head of Bezier and off the glass. Sending one on net through traffic. Bezier didn't quite know where it was, but he's on top of it again.
And with all those pads, all that equipment on, when you feel the puck, especially like that, you just freeze. You're not moving. You might bring in your arms trying to collapse yourself, almost like into a bit of a cocoon, hoping that puck is within your pads. And right there, Bezier, sigh of relief, not hearing that buzzer go off behind him.
It's the second time tonight we've seen him make a save but not quite know where it is. Now Littley has it in the corner. Nice pressure there from the Crusaders. Sending one in front. It's knocked away, and Littley now will control and send it up the boards. Michael Connolly up the far side. He got the first goal today for the Firebirds. Moore trying to lay a hit down. That pass is deflected in front, and it'll be Sean Ford sending it ahead. And nearly a breakaway for the Crusaders. A mishandling of the puck. It would have been Matt Moser. He's already got 1 goal tonight.
And Sean Moore usually finding himself on the highlight reel of the offense for the Firebirds. An outstanding stick lift there and a poke check, deflecting away a Father Judge breakout opportunity to try and get themselves back up on the board, but the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds deny that chance.
E.J. Pohl knocked away from the puck on his way in. It finds its way back out to Jake Merrick. His shot is right wide. Pohl will bank one in behind the net. Marshall's over to get it. And it ends up away from him. The Crusaders trying to get it out. And it'll go over to Cataldo. He had the first goal of the game for the Crusaders. Now back behind their net. It'll be Ford banking it along the side. Rodriguez takes it away, and it's an offsides. Cole Stevens wasn't quite back behind that blue line, and we'll have a face-off on neutral ice.
I think Rodriguez will let that one slide with Stevens after both players been able to notch up points each today off of each other. You see that a little bit of friendly banter going on between each other. Right now, the Firebirds, they got to be feeling good with a 4-goal lead. couple miscues, however, and we see hopefully the Crusaders, of course, if you're a Father Judge fan, hopeful that they are able to turn those miscues from Holy Ghost Prep into an offensive surge back the other way. But Luke, it's been the opposite, especially how that second period rounded up.
Very true, Eric. A 4-1 advantage in goals in that second period for the Firebirds really put this game nearly out of reach. We'll see if the Crusaders have any response. Moving up the left side is McDevitt. He's pushed off the puck, and E.J. Pohl trying to take it away. Behind the net now, Jake Merrick will backhand it up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez cross ice to Stevens. The two each have a goal today. Stevens will send one in front, and McKee is forced to cover again. Another offensive zone faceoff for the Firebirds. They've been peppering McKee here again to start this period.
And you see McKee starting to find that puck seat a little better, able to collapse, avoid a rebound opportunity. McEnany on a hot pursuit right there was looking for the loose puck. McKee wisely covering up, getting the job done.
Mudrick wins it to Baser, sends it over to Pohl, stepping in, shooting, and scoring! E.J. Pohl, number 2 on the game, and the lead extends to 5. It's a 7-2 Firebirds lead.
E.J. Pohl repping that captain patch, that letter C on his jersey, with strength on that wrist shot, finding top cheddar. Nothing for McKee to do but try and flash that blocker up. Wasn't glove side. It's a lot harder trying to deflect that puck away. Pohl knew exactly where to put that puck and makes it count. 7-2.
Another goal on this line, another assist for Brady Baser. He is moving back the other way with speed, sends it into the opposite corner. More there fighting for it. Mudrick now has it. Mudrick over to the right side. His shot is deflected way up into the netting, and we'll have a face-off with 11:35 to go here in the third period.
Father Judge coughing up the puck once again on their own end of the ice. And the real thing here to look at in what's going on is the defenses. Really, 6 defensemen are on the ice for Holy Ghost Prep, and online, rather. For Father Judge, we only have 4 defensemen on this roster right now. And it all starts with Black. He as well is typically on the JV team. He's been called up to the varsity squad after an injury to the Father Judge. One of the main defensemen, Kevin Knecht. Without him on the ice, they're working with 4 total defensemen. Fatigue setting in, and it's been apparent especially against this fast-paced moving offense in the Firebirds.
It's true, Eric. We've seen a lot of the same names on the ice for this Crusaders team, and you'd have to assume that's paying its price on them. Baser now weaving through into the middle, trying to get it into the slot, trying to turn with it. Good defense by the Crusaders. A bunch of bodies converge on him, but he gets it away to Mudrick. Back to Baser, working into the slot. Baser backhands it back to Mudrick, and he couldn't quite handle it. It goes wide. A lot of bodies hitting the ice now, and Lombardo will try and backhand it away. And we've got a penalty. It looks like we'll have a penalty against the Firebirds. We've got a little extracurricular activity going on in front of the net with Evan Mudrick.
And we'll get the answer here momentarily. Mudrick coming behind McKee in net. That's what really got the scrum and the pot stirring there in front of the crease. Mudrick will pay the price. He'll head to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. You saw Black wearing that the assistant patch, stepping up in a big way right there with Mudrick on that backdoor opportunity. Black not only getting his stick out, but getting the body, lowering that shoulder, funding off Mudrick from a backdoor opportunity, chance in front of the net. They're down by 5, and with a power play opportunity, they have a chance to get back in here.
The Crusaders, they're 0 for 1 on the power play today, and with 10:45 to go in this game, down by 5, Eric, it seems like the Crusaders are a little bit out of reach for today, but you certainly wouldn't hate to put up a goal here for momentum purposes, maybe going into the next one. Moving in front, and Sparrow will take it away. We saw great pressure by the Firebirds on the last penalty kill. Anthony Sparrow up the right side. The shot turned away by McKee. Sparrow controlling it in the corner. 1:30 to go here on this penalty kill. Moving up the right side is Moser. He's got one of the 2 goals tonight for the Crusaders. He loses the puck, trying to work with it to the right side. And now Cataldo will move in. His shot deflected, and it hit the crossbar. Cataldo looking for goal number 2 today. Black now with it on the far side, sends one in. Baser knocks it away. Cataldo a shot in front, and that's covered up by Bobby Baser.
And if that puck's not finding Twine, you know luck is not on your favor or on your side today. Father Judge, that shot on the power play, finding all crossbar. Bezier had no idea where it was, but of course he'll tap his best friend in that red post behind him. And this score will stay 7-2 in favor of Holy Ghost Prep.
And it'll be sent all the way down to the other end by Colin Moore. There are now 55 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Crusaders. Evan Mudrick in the box for tripping. Along with 9:40 to go here in the third and final period, a 5-goal lead for the Firebirds. Literally, he'll send it all the way around and it'll go all the way back down. Another very solid penalty kill for the Firebirds so far.
As I mentioned, they came in today, the Firebirds 73% effective on the penalty kill. They want that number up higher. 2 penalty kills today if they can cap off this one as well. But right now, the Crusaders looking to try and make that 1 for 2 on their power play opportunities heading into tonight's matchup.
Mallon sends it behind. Back of the net, a bit of a miscommunication there. It'll be sent up to Mulholland, and he'll bank it nearly enough to get it beyond the blue line. But McDevitt has it. McDevitt fighting with Mulholland right in front of the Firebirds bench. A very physical game. The puck pops out. Centering pass in front, and Bezier poke checks it away. Might have had a little opening there if it wasn't for the stick. Pass in front, save Bezier. Rebound is hit high and wide. Bobby Bezier laying out. As the power play comes to an end, the Firebirds still preserve the 5-goal lead.
Mike McDevitt got a stick on it, and his stick was in the crease on that shot. Bezier able to get a right pad on it. An incredible display of athleticism. He's going to get a well-deserved round of applause and taps on his pads from his defenseman. Great save from the senior goaltender.
Bobby Bezier saves 91% of the shots he faces, and he proved it right there how solid he is. Pole on the far side tries to poke it back to the corner. Connolly looking. And it'll be fought into the corner, back up to Pole at the point. E.J. Pole makes a man miss, working his way in, shooting, and it's knocked down in front. And McKee trying to get his glove on it, and he finally does.
E.J. Pole right out of the box, and he was hungry, trying to tack on a 3rd goal today, looking for that hat trick. However, McKee able to stand tall, fight off not 1 but 2 opportunities on that scrum. That loose puck in front. McKee squandering up that one, and now a face-off to his right.
Pole winding and firing, and got knocked down in front. McKee still had to pat it away, and now Lombardo will come up the right side. His pass through the middle is too far offline, and Jake Merrick gets it to Michael Conley, and the Firebirds will chase it right back in. Ford backhands it, and the other Connolly is there, John. Merrick pushing it back towards the corner. John Connolly looking for Merrick. Puck's in a bunch of bodies. It went on McKee, knocked it away. Puck still loose in front, and Michael Connolly will wheel it out. Sends one to his brother John. Back to Michael. In front, it's a turnover. The Crusaders coming back the other way. Joe Lombardo will send it all the way in. E.J. Pole there to corral it and take that puck out of harm's way. Matt Moser tried to keep it in, but it's going to be an offsides against the Crusaders.
And really, I couldn't tell you last time I saw the Firebirds cough up the puck on their own end of the ice. Right there, they did so. Getting some help there from the linesman, calling that offsides, and with 7:20 to work with, as you mentioned, a 5-goal difference in this one. If you're a Firebirds, you're looking to continue to eat up this clock and try and pad the stats a little bit, especially if you're Rodriguez right here looking for another goal.
It. Rodriguez in front, the shot, saved by McKee, rebound, and McKee just sitting on that puck, trying to stop the clock. A big-time save from McKee as Rodriguez had a free lane up the right side.
Sitting back on his back pocket, he actually saved that on a second effort from Rodriguez. Able to get a glove on it as well. McKee doing everything he can in net. As you mentioned, 32 shots he's been peppered and continues to be so in this third period.
Cataldo will send that one all the way in around the net. Back around to the other side where Walsh is there trying to get it for the Crusaders, but instead Rodriguez will poke it ahead. McEnany went over his stick and Rodriguez is there. He'll send it all the way around behind the net. McEnany tries to backhand, lost it. He'll lay down the lumber, sends one in front, out of the reach of Rodriguez. Back to Butler. His shot is blocked. Rodriguez turning with it. He lost it. Moser will bank it along the boards where Panapresso's waiting for it. Sending it back to Stevens behind the net. He'll let it go to Rodriguez. Try to pass back to Stevens. Panapresso again saves the puck. Working all the way around the net. Panapresso sends one in front. It was knocked down, and back the other way come the Crusaders. 6:15 to go here in the third period. Waiting, firing on Baser, and he makes the save. Moser looking for goal number 2, and Bobby Baser was all there. Moser shot, and Baser's on top of it, and he's nearly on top of Moser, who fell into the crease as well.
And that offensive breakout back the other way all started with Black and Walsh stepping in front of shots, peppering on McKee. The defense for the Crusaders stepping up here in the later parts of this one. However, Luke, it might be just a little too late. Down by 5, they got 6 minutes to work with. If they're going to want to answer back, they're going to need some goals and need them quick.
Mudrick back the other way on the far side, moving into the slot. Patient with it, finds Baser. Baser centers one in front, out of the reach of Sean Moore. The shot from the point deflects wide.
Ford and Mudrick getting handsy in front of the net. You can see this start the battle out as Mudrick looks for an open crease feed.
Into the corner now. Moore trying to push it back into the corner behind the net to his brother Sean, and now it drifts away to the corner. The Crusaders will get it out where Baser's chasing after it. Brady Baser up to Evan Mudrick. Can he get it in on sides? He does. Mudrick through a couple of defenders, working the backhand, knocked away from him. Nearly a highlight reel move from Evan Mudrick.
Mudrick smiling back to Ford, both players jolting at it. Holy Ghost Prep will get this puck back on the other way, starts to recircle as they get set for another attack, pushing the envelope and getting some fresh legs as well.
And now Baser has it on the right side, moving through traffic across the middle, tried to find Mudrick, and it's a turnover. McDevitt trying to chase after it for the Crusaders, but E.J. Pohl has it way too out in front of him. Pohl through the middle, working to the right side in front of Mulholland. Now he'll send one in front, knocked away, rebound shot. I don't think McKee had any idea where that puck was, but it goes wide. Merrick sends one across into the corner. Pohl tried to pass in front, it hits Stout on the way there. His shot goes wide. Sparrow now with it. Cross ice to Pohl. Banking one off the boards to Mulholland. Mulholland through traffic finds Pohl. He'll let one go from the top, and it's knocked away by McKee. Again along the boards. The Firebirds, it looks like a power play out there. They've controlled this puck so long. Sparrow looking for a pass. Tries to find Pohl. Pohl was moving to the middle, and that one goes all the way down where Baser will slow it down.
And a much-deserved line change for Sean Ford for the Crusaders. He'll enter the bench, but Firebirds back the other way with speed.
Stout moving his way in, goes all the way around the net, looking for an outlet, and we've got a whistle on the play. It looks like the mooring on the net came out, so we will have a face-off. 3:41 to go here in the third period. The Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds lead 7-2 over the Father Judge Crusaders. Eric, it's been a lopsided game on the scoreboard. On the shots on goal, the Firebirds lead 33-20. As Butler has it, he'll send it off the netting, and we'll just redo the face-off.
And every line in some sort of way has found themselves onto the score sheet. Most prominently, that fourth line in Carlos Rodriguez, Patrick McEnany, and Cole Stevens. 2 of those players having goals on the day. Assists as well for each of them. All cylinders are exceptional today and on full display, showing Holy Ghost Prep. They have been 0-4 in the last 4 games. They came out with an agenda today, and they're making sure that they find their way back into the W column.
Michael Connolly behind the net, sends it up to the point. Panapresso back to Connolly. Near the circle, banks it along the boards to Marshall. Comes out from behind the net into the near circle. Looking for a pass. Now he's double teamed. Pokes it to the corner where Connolly is there trying to get it. Marshall comes away from the pack with it. Finds Panapresso in the high slot. His shot knocked down. Rebound in front. It is knocked away. Panapresso tries to hit it back in front. And that's where Black will knock it out beyond the blue line. 2:45 to go here in the third period.
McKee sprawling to his right, getting a right pad on it, flashing the leather as well. McKee, he's been doing everything he can in net tonight. The defense not in front of him, not getting the job done. McKee, however, just able to stand tall once again in the last couple of moments as we pass the 2:30 mark in our third period.
Butler goes all the way to the right side. A lot of Crusaders chasing him. Sends one in front. It went through everybody in wide. Panapresso spins and fires. It's knocked down in front of McKee, and he'll cover. Another instance of McKee not quite knowing where it is, but he does just enough to get his glove on top of it.
And the official stepping in after a couple words being broken out in front of the crease. And you see McKee was out of the crease to get on top of that puck. You saw him, he's been doing everything, not just in between the pipes when he can, but also out in front, showing some aggression with some poke checks, getting a glove, sprawling out in front of his net, everything he can on 35 total shots faced this evening.
Littley sends one through traffic. The rebound bounces in front. Backhander nearly had a goal.
And Walsh getting a stick on it, getting that puck loose. Father Judge back the other way.
Moser moving in. That shot is knocked away by Littley. 1:55 to go in the third and final period. This game is all but taken care of. The Firebirds lead by 5. Rodriguez maneuvers back behind his own net. He'll slow things down. And a turnover in front, and what a save by Bobby Bezier. Flashing the leather, getting a little bit of love from Matt Moser.
My goodness. Cherry on top to this game just when you thought an opportunity for Father Judge to just get a little bit of momentum into their next game coming up soon. Bezier denying any chance. He's going to make sure this game stays only 2 mistakes, just 2 pucks let in, and keep this game and his team up by 5.
He made it look so casual, Eric, and you love to see the gamesmanship. Moser knows this game's out of reach. It was a quality save by his opponent. Stout back the other way. That puck is knocked away from him by Ford. Sparrow's there, moves along the boards, and the Crusaders will come the other way with 80 seconds to go in the third period. Littley cross ice, where Mudrick will spin it back. Moving along the boards in front of his own net is Moore. Knocked back into the middle, it's Sparrow now. McDevitt will bring it ahead for the Crusaders. McDevitt nearly hit. He sends it in, no offsides as Littley controls. He'll twirl it back behind his own net, spinning it up the side. Lombardo was waiting for that. He'll send it along the boards. 45 seconds to go. Littley sending along back to the point, and it's chipped back in right in front of Bezier, and he has to push it away.
Finding its way through traffic. Bezier standing tall again, 35 seconds. And this game all but over. We'll see Father Judge trying to work out one last attack the other way. Holy Ghost with the interception.
E.J. Pohl trying to move into the zone. A lot of bodies around him, and that puck is taken away. 20 seconds to go here in the final period. Jake Merrick now with it at center ice over to Pohl. Pohl will just blast that one in off the glass, and Rodriguez is the first one there. Rodriguez gets hit a bit hard as the clock ticks down. That puck will swing all the way out to the other side. The refs call off the icing, and that will be the game. The Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds win a high-scoring affair, 7-2 over the Father Judge Crusaders. This game, Eric, it wasn't very close after the first period. It was a total team effort from the Firebirds. What really stood out to you in this game, and why were they able to break this 4-game losing streak?
And we mentioned this halfway through the third period, but you saw Holy Ghost Prep come out tonight with an agenda. And while this game, a little back and forth in the first period, got out of hand quickly, especially when you saw fatigue set in on the Father Judge side, skating with 4 defensemen on the ice tonight. Holy Ghost Prep with 6 total defensemen. That's the tail of the tape for this one. Holy Ghost Prep, a 4-game losing streak, snapped back in the win column, and it all starts with that first line as head coach Gump Whiteside referenced in his pregame interview. I got to catch up with him. He called that front line the line that gets the coffee stirring for this Firebirds team, and they did so today on all cylinders. Score in favor, 7-2, and so were the shots.
Now, Eric, on the Judge side, it was a bit lopsided. They were never really in this game after the second period. The Crusaders now fall to 3-3-2. They haven't played in a week. They're now on their third straight loss. What do they have to do to pick things up from here?
I think most importantly, you got to protect the best player on the ice tonight, as shown in McKee. 7 goals, yes, that might hurt on the stats. But what you saw him in tonight, he was flashing the leather, flashing the pad, sprawling all over. You put some support in front of McKee in net, you can expect a much closer, much tighter hockey game. And that will allow the boys of the Father Judge Crusaders to work back the other way. When they have an attack with a man advantage, that's when they're able to capitalize. But a lot of coughing up the puck in the neutral zone. You need to have everybody moving forward, and that starts with the outlet passes from the defense, working then the opposite end on the offensive side of the ice.
Well, Eric, this was a really fun game to do tonight. The Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds advanced to 5-2-1 on the season. They snap their 4-game losing streak. Bobby Bazier does a fantastic job, 34 saves on 36 shots, 7 goals all around for the Firebirds. And that will do it for us here at the Grundy Ice Arena, where the Firebirds finish this one off 7-2. I'm Luke Milai, alongside Eric Jessberger, Zach Demuse on the tech. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.